and welcome to Sorted Foods. Today it is chefs versus the internet.
Here's how it works. We challenge Ben and the incredible chefs here at Sorted to create the ultimate version of a dish or recipe element.
And then we let the normals go wild on the internet and gather all of your expertise and experience and consolidate that down into their version.
And we're not alone. Again, we are joined by Chef Poppy O'Toole to judge a winner.
And it is not only chefs versus YouTube, but it's also in a Yorkshire pudding showdown.
Okay, Chef, normal, please start cooking in 3,
2,
1, Yorkshire.
pudding.
So, starting off, whole milk and water. From the advice I was given on YouTube, the water helps create a crispier Yorkshire pudding. I've got milk, then I'm going to crack in eggs, 4 of them, give that a whisk up. The reason that there is water into the batter was because it makes the Yorkshires rise up higher and therefore become crispier.
Oh, so it's a more rapid rise,
Yeah.
therefore more crispy tops, rather than it makes the batter crispy.
Pinch of salt into the flour and then whisk as I add the eggs, milk and water.
Oh, look at that wrist action.
So mine isn't really a recipe, it's a ratio, it's the way I've always done it, and it's equal ratios, 1, 1, 1. Pick a vessel, it could be a thimble, a ramekin, a mug or a bucket, and you do the same of plain flour, egg and whole milk. It is seasoned with salt, there's one twist on the egg, I'll come to that in a second.
Please tell me you're making this in a bucket.
I want you to make it in a thimble.
No, but that is how we used to do it in the restaurant. We used to
In a
literally do a
thimble?
bucket of each, whack it in a huge
Used to
bucket.
work in a doll's house.
And then a small jug, and it's that much plain flour. Don't pack it in, just kind of roughly fill it and level it off. Same of beaten egg, except I'm gonna get about 3/4 of the way up with whole egg and then topped up with egg white. This bit, same as Mike, just kind of beat it in, and then the milk a little bit at a time. And then this batter needs to rest. You can have it rest just an hour or so at room temperature while you crack on with everything else for your roast dinner, or make it the night before, whack it in the fridge and just bring it out of the fridge to come up to room temperature before you need it.
I'm going to rest this for half an hour out of the fridge because people were saying it will rise more so if the batter is at room temperature than if it's cold.
You seem exhausted, mate.
I'm knackered. I'm sweaty.
Muffin tray on a tray to catch any spillage, and then I'm just going with vegetable oil and I'm putting a fair whack into each hole. I'm going to put it into the oven, 240 degrees Celsius, so it's really hot, for about 5 minutes until it's practically smoking. Then the batter can go in.
So, curveball time.
Oh God, here we go.
I was told to add herbs through the mix for added flavour, and I've never done that before, so experimental time. And on top of that, I was given another tip to add demerara sugar to the batter to help it cook quicker and more golden.
I think it works. It's just a batter like pancake or crepe, slightly less flour, or even a clafouti.
Nice and naughty to say, isn't it?
Why is clafouti
It
naughty?
feels, I don't know, it feels naughty.
Sounds like a sexually transmitted disease.
That's what it is.
So now I'm going to rest that for half an hour.
So that's 24 hours of resting.
About 18.
About 18 hours of resting.
Basically overnight.
So that's had 24 hours.
No, about 18.
18?
The point is, like, if you're going to be doing like a Sunday roast or a Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner or something, you don't want to stress around. This is something you can do the night before, get out of the way, and you're just like pour, job done.
Will it make any difference to the final product by resting it overnight?
Yeah.
It will. How?
The gluten has rested, it's hydrated fully, so like the half process of kneading bread. And if I'm honest, it's just the way we always used to do it in the restaurants, we used to do it in the hotels.
So he doesn't know, does
You used to do roast,
He doesn't know.
roast dinner and Yorkshire puddings
Just
for
how I've always
180,
been told to
and we
make
would
it.
do it in a big bucket, and we would have a big immersion stick blender, and we do it all the night before.
I feel like my half an hour isn't long enough now, but I'm going to have to go with it because it's what I was told.
My veg oil is nice and hot. I'm going to open the oven, pull the tray out slightly and pour it while it's in there, 3/4 full, back into the oven and cook it for 10 minutes and turn the temperature down to 220.
Well played. That looks satisfying.
So Mike, what fat are you using?
This is goose fat. More of the comments, animal fat. imparts just so much flavour. The good thing is it still has really high smoking point, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. Get it into the oven, get it really, really hot, then take it out, pour my batter in. So temperatures, what are you going for?
As high as that oven will, to start off with 240 to get the oil hot. Then add in the batter, but as it goes back in down to 220, 10 minutes. And then I'm going to do the cardinal sin of opening the oven, turning them round, and finish cooking for another 5.
Turn them around, what do you mean?
Ooh, love that.
Like that, or like an upside down turn
Oh
around?
no, like the former. The former.
Yeah, just the twist.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And they are currently rising, but not set.
One thing I noticed that you filled them to the brim.
Well, there was, a good amount of oil, and then they go crispy, almost like immediate tempura shards. That's what they look like. But trust it, there's enough batter in there that will rise up.
Oh, Ebbers. They are looking good. I don't have the confidence to do what Ben does, which is like open it, pull out the tray and then pour it on the tray. I have to take it fully out and then close the oven so that all the hot air doesn't escape. Get it in, 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 get it in.
Poppy, goodness sake. Hold it together, you're a professional.
What's the problem?
Oh, just shout and get it in.
Oh, get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in.
Slide it in.
Slide it in, hot stuff.
Up to the Yorkshire gods.
Poppy, it's time to judge whether or not the chefs can beat YouTube. Lift the first cloche, which will reveal the chef's attempt.
Nervous? Ooh! Oh, hello, sir.
And then the second, which is Mike with the help of YouTube.
I mean, we went voluminous and rustic.
I mean, yeah, you have. They're quite large. But these do, I mean, the chef ones, they do look like more like a proper Yorkshire. These look delicious. I like the bit of there's a bit of proper crispy batter on top, which is always good, a bit of extra. I do enjoy the ample size of these ones. They're quite large.
There's always a lot of pressure on making something like this because everyone has their expectation of what they should be and you've only got 3 ingredients to play with.
Oh, here we go.
It's pretty delicious. It's crispy.
Yeah. Slight soggy bottom as well.
With a
which is
slight
nice.
soggy bottom, which is nice. But then the outside of the bottom is also crispy. So you've got the inside soggy, outside crispy. All good.
What about flavours and stuff? What's coming through? Seasoning?
There's not much more to it. You have, like you said, you've only got 3 ingredients to play around with. And do you really want to mess around with a Yorkshire pudding?
Yes.
Maybe not.
Segue.
Yes, we do.
Whereas this, I mean...
I'd be interested to see whether the water made it any more crispy and whether the Demerara sugar did anything in colour, taste or crispiness.
Still got not just a good crunch, but a good tear.
Doesn't taste any different.
I mean, bearing in mind that Yorkshire pudding
No.
is only 3 ingredients, and you have another 2, you'd have thought it should have some sort of
So,
a big difference.
The fact you can't even notice.
So in terms of the different techniques that we used, with this using the goose fat, I didn't really taste the difference, so I don't think it's worth it. You might as well just use vegetable oil or sunflower oil, whatever you've got. But then we did have another batch. Let me move. This was a different batch of yours, wasn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
Which was actually done
Same
in...
batter, better oven.
So the oven does make a difference, and there are variants, but I think when it comes down to it, just using this method and the simple ingredients and just getting them into the oven as quickly as possible on the highest heat is what works.
Wow, okay. So, Poppy, who's your winner?
Chefs, clear winner. Clear winner is chefs, I'm sorry.
I think that's fair.
Well, there you go. YouTube, you've been told. The chefs do it better. Tell us what you think by commenting down below who should have won.
As always, go give Poppy some love. All of the details to her channels are in the links down below.
And thank you everyone who helped me on YouTube. I'm sorry that I couldn't bring home the win for you, but learned a lot of lessons. Hot oven, overnight proof of the batter.
Have you ever got to the end of a long day with no ideas, ingredients, or energy to cook? Takeaway? It'll be the 4th this week. Well, that's why we built our revolutionary Meal Packs app. Thousands of people are using it to shop, cook, and eat a whole lot better and easier while saving money as a result. You can go and use it in its entirety for free for a whole month and see if it's for you. The link is in the description box below. And now for the blooper.
Oh, I love tea. Oh, God. Oh.
Cracking my eggs.